Bum, ba, bum, 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 ba, bum. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet. Happy Thursday to you. Thursday, thirsting for knowledge, not bevies. This morning, June 26th, guys. Welcome to the G.R.O.W Show. Coach Kyle Evans coming to you, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, for your daily checkup from the neck up. We're helping entrepreneurs, we're helping real estate pros, and everyday high performance people become what they're called to be. Become the person who builds lives by design, businesses by design. That's what we show up here every morning to 15, 20, 30 minutes of high quality impact. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting a new two-part kind of spiel I've got cooking in the kitchen. We just finished up our client obsession series, and my goodness, I really enjoyed the gems out of there that I myself can go start and putting into practice. This one, however, is, as you know, the people who've been listening for a while, paying attention, watching the show, this show kind of turns sometimes into my video diary, right? So this one, I'm calling this two-part series, I'm calling Weatherproof. Weatherproof, right? And I don't necessarily mean the rain outside. I know that there are things happening in the world, right? Things happening in the economy, things happening overseas, things happening everywhere and always. And something that I've noticed a lot of in the past months, in the past weeks, in the past few days is worry. Worry. There's a lot of things outside of our control. There's a lot of things happening all around, and worry can sometimes get to us. Worry, it weathers you. You know, it can really wear you down. It's not neutral, right? It's not neutral. Sometimes we think that it's kind of just a base layer, a zero. It's not. It's a negative. It wears you down like rain on a rock. Guys, if we're not careful, too much worry, too much fear, if you will, it'll erode your peace, your energy, your edge, all while giving you nothing in return. Life is going to happen to all of us. Life is going to show up in business. It's going to show up in our personal life. And one of my favorite sayings, and it's one that my favorite saying because I coach it to myself often and always and have absolutely had to do that to myself, or I should say got to do that to myself over the past 72 hours now, as you know, things have happened in business. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can we control it? If the answer is yes, then my next question is, then what are you worried about? Can we control it? If the answer is no, then my next question is, then what are you worried about? You see, the lie of worry shows up for all of us. Hey, this deal didn't fall through. Well, now I'm worried about what's going to happen. Hey, I didn't get this awesome gig. Well, now I'm worried about what's going to happen. Hey, I lost a listing. Now I'm worried about what's going to happen. Hey, there's talks of this in the economy. There's talks of this overseas. Now I'm worried what's going to happen. Worry is like bad weather. Our goal today, my goal to you, is how can we get weatherproof? Because here's the truth, man. Worry wears a disguise. Sometimes in business, we call worry a different name. Sometimes we call it preparation, right? Right? Sometimes we call it preparation. Sometimes we're over prepping because we're so worried. Sometimes we call it caution, right? Sometimes we call it the lie of control, but it's just worry. It's just worry. Worry doesn't prepare us, ladies and gentlemen. It paralyzes us. It doesn't move us forward. It keeps us spinning in circles. One of the things I say all the time is worry is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do, but it gets you nowhere. You feel the motion, so you think you're doing something, but you're going nowhere. The worst part And this is one that I constantly tell myself, right? Because again, I'm on this journey with you, ladies and gentlemen, is worry, fear, resentment, anger. It doesn't change the outcome. It only changes you. It drains the color from your thoughts. It hijacks your focus. It dims your ability to see clearly. Worry is a thief, and it's the worst kind because we let it in. We let it in. We make it a coffee, give it a back rub, put its feet up, light the fire for it, and let it hang out way too long. Every time we do that, it slowly weathers our confidence, our health, and more often than not, our hope. Let's break this down. There are three core things worry can be weathering in your life. And if we're not aware of it, we are not aware of it, we'll just chalk it up to being in a funk, right? Being tired, being stuck in a rain cloud. It's erosion. Here's one of the main factors, one of the core things. It can weather your mind. You see, worrying sometimes, if you're anything like me, it can put your brain into overdrive. We loop the same scenario endlessly. We can have decision fatigue. If we're too worried, if we're too in the rain cloud, if we're too overthinking, we actually start to lose our creativity. We actually begin to lose solution-focused action because our brain is stuck in forecasting problems. Hear my heart. I am not saying that forecasting issues and thinking about things in advance is a bad thing. I'm saying the overabundance of it, staying stuck there, increasing the tone of it too negatively is the problem. So it affects our mind. Here's the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. It affects your body. Stress hormones rise, cortisol increases, your sleep gets disrupted. Your nervous system stays in fight or flight mode. There is no recovery. If we're constantly in fight or flight mode, thinking about things that could go wrong and things that may happen and woe is me and this stinks and whatever, there's not even an enemy there. We're talking about things that haven't even happened. Over time, we begin to feel burned out this way. And sometimes we might say, well, I don't even know why. How do we become weatherproof? So it affects our mind, it affects our body. And make no mistake, it affects your spirit. Too much worry chips away at your optimism. It shrinks your vision. It makes you stop dreaming. It makes you stop dreaming. Dreams, optimism, visions of the future. It's one of the most powerful things that we have. You see too much worry in your spirit, it convinces you that nothing is safe, even your own future. Worrying doesn't just wear you down. It makes you forget who you were born to be before the storm showed up. You see, one of the things that I've been working on a lot in the past few days is control of my thoughts, is control of my emotions, is becoming weatherproof in the worry, understanding the line between healthy worry, healthy caution, healthy planning, and unhealthy worry. So if this is resonating with you, if you guys feel me, if you've been there, if you've battled with this demon or are battling with it, let's get practical. How can we implement this? I wish I could tell you that there was a way to eliminate the storms in your life, the storms of the world, the storms of other countries, the storms of the economy. There's not. You see, we can't control others. We can't control other people's business. We can't control our clients. We can't control countries and things that are beyond us. But what we can control is not the storms of the world. We can control how we build our shelter. Are you building a shelter that's weatherproof? So even when the chaos of life is around you, even when the winds are howling and you feel like this storm ain't gonna end, you know you're good because your shelter is strong. So here's one way to start strengthening your bricks. And this sounds easy, but it's not. Yet it's super simple. Number one, I want you to name the storm. Here's why. You cannot calm a storm that you won't name. Here's how we get to the naming of it. And I don't mean Hurricane Kyle. I mean, I want you to ask yourself, what am I really afraid of here? What am I really afraid of? Like, actually, get specific, get super clear. Here's why this is important, guys. Don't sleep on this. When you take time to get crystal clear and actually name the problem, the storm, the thing going on, the result of it, crystal clear, you're halfway to solving the problem. A powerful question I want you to ask: is this storm actually happening? Is it really going to happen, or is it something that I'm imagining? You see, worry thrives in vagueness, but precision, clarity, it weakens the storm's power. It weakens the worry's power. So, number one, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to name that storm. Number two, I want you to shrink its forecast. Most worry lives in the future. The solution lives in the present. I'm not talking at you. I'm talking with you. Most worry lives in the future. The solution lives in the present. I want you to ask yourself today, ladies and gentlemen, what is the one small move that I can make today? I've had my pouty session. Now, what can I do about it? What can I do about it? You don't need to fix the whole problem. You just got to build momentum. You don't need to see how the brick wall is going to be. You need to just focus on laying the next perfect brick. You don't drown from a storm. You drown from staying stuck in it. Shrink the forecast. What is the one small thing that you can do to get back into momentum? The third thing that we can do is find shelter in structure. You see, here's the thing: chaos hates structure, because structure creates rhythm that protects your energy and gives you stability. Morning routines, right? Getting back to things you can control, time blocking, getting back to things you can control, pausing for gratitude. And I know it sounds crazy, but pausing for gratitude in the midst of a storm puts you back in control of your thoughts, your emotions. Talking to other grounded people can bring you back down and put you back in control of your emotions. Guys, worry grows in empty space. Fill that space with habits, with rituals, with things that remind you of who you are and that you are in control of you and your life and your destiny and your emotions. Worry is loud, but peace can be louder if you let it. Guys, here's the kicker: most of the storms we're scared of, they never even hit. It's a fact. Most of the storms that we create in our minds, most of the storms that we scared of, they never even hit us. And if we're being honest, they're usually less powerful than we thought. We spend our days bracing for the winds, bracing for the thunder, the lightning. Meanwhile, we're slowly being worn down by the weight of imagined scenarios. So today, if this made sense to you at all, Don't just notice the worry. Name it. Name it. Then shrink it. Then storm proof yourself with real structure. Structure that you can control, structure that is totally within your power. You are not the storm, you are the builder. And today, you build a weatherproof life. Today, we take action. Today, we get back in control. Today, we put our feet back on the ground and we start looking at the storm and we say, do your worst, for I shall do mine. I appreciate you being here this morning. And I thank you for listening to the storm that's rattling in my own brain today. I trust that you will join me in taking back control. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of the internet, it is an honor, it is a privilege, and it is a pleasure to hang out with you every morning. I will see you bright and early tomorrow for part 2 of Weatherproof. Coach Kyle Evans, signing off today.